Stop everything you're doing right now because what just dropped is not gossip. It's not speculation, but the kind of earth-shattering revelation that will go down as the most shocking celebrity scandal of the decade. Rap royalty, a hip-hop marriage, hailed as unbreakable, and a friendship no one ever questioned obliterated in a single announcement. Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion. The woman known for her fists of steel and jaw-dropping wins has just confirmed she's carrying a baby. But here's the twist no one saw coming. She says the father is none other than Papoose. Yes, Remy Ma's husband. The man who for years built his image on loyalty, devotion, and unshakable love for his queen. The internet has gone nuclear. Twitter is on fire. Instagram comment sections are flooded with disbelief. And Remy Ma? Sources say she has erupted in private like never before, screaming, throwing, smashing, and vowing revenge. Fans who once called Remy and Papoose hip-hop's power couple are asking if it was all a lie. Was their legendary love story nothing but smoke and mirrors? And it gets darker. Behind the scenes, there are whispers of leaked messages late night, meets, and a secret recording that proves this wasn't a one-time mistake but a full-blown betrayal brewing for months. Celebrities are chiming in, picking sides. And the entire industry is in meltdown mode. Stay right here. Because what you're about to hear isn't just messy. It's the kind of explosive betrayal that rewrites everything we thought we knew about loyalty, fame, and family. The internet didn't just wake up to news. It woke up to an earthquake. Claressa Shields, the face of women's boxing, sat down in an exclusive interview and calmly dropped the bombshell of the century. Yes, I'm pregnant. Yes, the father is Papoose. Those 12 words detonated like a nuclear blast across social media. Ripping through timelines and group chats with the force of 1,000 scandals, the reaction was instant chaos. Fans didn't even know how to process it. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag PAPOOSE exposed, hashtag RemyVs, CLARESSA, and hashtag hiphopbetrayal were trending worldwide. TikTok lit up with reaction videos of people screaming, crying, and clutching their pearls as if the betrayal had happened to them personally for decades. Papoose and Remy had been the blueprint for Black love, surviving prison bids, industry struggles, and relentless rumors. But this was a betrayal no one saw coming, and the rage was volcanic. Insiders close to Remy claim she completely lost control when the news aired. According to one anonymous source, Remy threw her phone across the room, shattering it against the wall before storming out of her house in tears. Another insider whispered that she screamed, "I gave this man everything, everything. And he does this to me with her." The her being Claressa, a woman Remy once praised publicly as a sister in strength. The betrayal wasn't just marital, it was personal. But here's where things get even darker. Not long after Claressa's announcement, screenshots allegedly from her private messages leaked online. These weren't fan dimes. These were late-night conversations with Papoose himself. In one message, Papoose reportedly wrote, "You're my escape. Remy, don't see me the way you do." Another message showed Claressa replying with a heart emoji, and the chilling words, "Our secret's safe. For now." The internet exploded again. Fans dissected every word, every timestamp, every emoji. Some accused Claressa of clout chasing. Others dragged Papoose for betraying the woman who held him down through the darkest chapters of his life. And Remy, she stayed silent, at least publicly. But silence only fueled the flames. Then came the audio. Out of nowhere, a gossip blog dropped a 45-second voice note allegedly between Claressa and a close friend. In the clip, Claressa can be heard saying, "He told me he never felt truly free with her. He said I was the first woman who made him feel like himself." Her tone wasn't sad or conflicted, it was smug, almost triumphant. Fans lost their minds. Comments flooded in. How dare she? She's proud of destroying a marriage. Remy better square up for real. By now, the story wasn't just scandal, it was blood sport. Bloggers went into detective mode, pulling up old photos of Claressa and Papoose at public events. Suddenly, smiles that once looked innocent were being reinterpreted as secret glances. Side hugs that lingered too long. Whispers caught on camera that now looked incriminating. Even old interviews resurfaced where Papoose praised Claressa for being disciplined, driven, and beautiful inside and out. Back then, it sounded like mentorship. Now fans swore it was foreshadowing, and as if the betrayal wasn't explosive enough. The whispers about Remy's reaction made it cinematic. Insiders claim she confronted Papoose directly after storming back home. One source says neighbors overheard her screaming through the walls, "You humiliated me. You dragged my name through the mud for her. After all, I did for you." Another neighbor allegedly saw Remy storm out of the house later that night, slamming the door so hard it shook the building. Twitter instantly picked sides. Team Remy. Fans launched a digital war, dragging Claressa with memes calling her the side chick champion and homewrecker of the year. Meanwhile, Claressa's supporters fired back, claiming Papoose pursued her relentlessly, and she wasn't the one who broke vows. The internet had turned into a courtroom, with Remy as the betrayed plaintiff, Claressa as the smug defendant, and Papoose as the guilty man on trial. And then another bomb. A grainy video surfaced on TikTok allegedly showing Remy and Claressa in a screaming match backstage at a recent industry event. In the clip, Remy's voice can be heard booming, "Keep my husband's name out your mouth before I put these hands on you." Claressa, unshaken, fired back, "Your husband already in my bed. What you gonna do now?" Security rushed in seconds later, breaking them apart, but not before the clip went viral. Fans debated whether it was real, staged, or edited. But one thing was clear. The feud was no longer speculation. It was war. The celebrity reactions poured in fast. Cardi B tweeted, "Nah, this one wild pap." With Claressa, "Say it ain't so." 50 Cent couldn't resist, posting a meme of a boxing ring with the caption, "Remy vs." The internet froze. Was this real? Was this manipulated audio? Fans didn't care. They swarmed the clip, dissecting every second, slowing it down, analyzing background noise to see if it was doctored. The consensus? Too real to be fake. The betrayal felt raw, authentic, and damning. Remy Ma's reaction? Explosive, according to insiders. She stormed into a private recording studio where Papoose was supposed to be working and confronted him head-on. Sources say she slapped papers off the table, shouted, "You embarrassed me for the last time," and accused him of humiliating her in front of the world. Engineers in the room allegedly caught part of the fight on their phones before security confiscated the footage, but snippets still leaked online. In one muffled clip, Remy can be heard screaming, "How could you do this with her? How?" The audio spread like wildfire, breaking TikTok records as fans edited it into dramatic reaction videos. But the drama wasn't limited to private confrontations. Twitter went nuclear. Fans launched hashtags like #RemyDeservesBetter and #PapLied, while Claressa's supporters started trending #TeamCLARESSA and #BabyShieldsPap. Celebrities couldn't resist jumping in. Nicki Minaj tweeted cryptically, "Of course funny how the ones who scream loyalty the loudest be the biggest frauds." The Barbs immediately interpreted it as shade at Papoose. Meanwhile, Meek Mill jumped on Instagram Live saying, "Pap, my guy, but damn, that's foul. Can't no man recover from that type of exposure?" And then came the second bombshell photos. An anonymous tipster sent a folder to multiple blogs allegedly showing Papoose and Claressa together at a Detroit hotel. At the time, aligned with a major boxing match Claressa fought earlier in the year. In one shot, Papoose is seen holding her hand in the lobby. In another, they're at dinner, leaning close, smiling in ways that looked far too intimate to pass as friendship. And the final photo? the two of them entering an elevator alone at 2:14 a.m. The blogs captioned it bluntly, "No more speculation. It's real." Remy's fury reached a boiling point. One insider claimed she was so enraged she trashed an entire section of her home studio, smashing plaques and ripping down posters of her and Papoose's joint projects. Another whispered that she collapsed in tears, crying to a friend, "I sacrificed everything for this man. I fought for him. I bled for him. I waited for him through prison. And this is how he repays me, with her." But the darkest twist came from within Remy's own circle. A close friend allegedly leaked screenshots of a private group chat showing Remy's raw anger. In one message, she typed, "She better hope I don't see her in person. This ain't no TV fight. This is real life." Fans screenshotted the post before it disappeared, sparking fears that the feud could turn physical at any moment. The internet was practically begging for a confrontation, treating it like a boxing match promotion, but the stakes were far too real. Meanwhile, Claressa doubled down. Instead of apologizing or retreating, she leaned into the storm. She posted a TikTok showing herself shadowboxing, captioned, "I fight in and out the ring. Strong women don't back down." Fans went berserk. Was this a direct shot at Remy? Was she positioning herself as the new queen, ready to replace her? The comments split instantly. Some praised her for her fearlessness, while others dragged her mercilessly for flaunting what they saw as a home-wrecking scandal. And then the betrayal within a betrayal. A gossip vlogger dropped an exclusive claiming Claressa wasn't the only one. They alleged Papoose had been spotted with another woman months earlier before Claressa's pregnancy reveal. The vlogger insisted they had footage but were waiting for the right time to release it. Whether true or not, the rumor added gasoline to the fire. Now fans weren't just questioning Papoose's loyalty, they were painting him as a serial cheater, dismantling the very foundation of his once spotless reputation as hip-hop's most loyal husband. The chaos didn't stop there. Another leak surfaced, a supposed email chain between Papoose's team and a reality TV network, confirming that Remy and Pap had been negotiating a spin-off show celebrating their unbreakable love. The deal, worth millions, was allegedly canceled the moment Claressa's pregnancy hit headlines. In other words, this scandal didn't just cost Remy her pride, it cost her money, her image, and her future plans. Fans felt her pain. Twitter turned into a digital vigil, with thousands posting throwback photos of Remy and Papoose's sweetest moments, their vow renewal, their music collaborations, their endless interviews about loyalty. The captions were heartbreaking. Was it all a lie? Protect Remy at all costs. Pap just killed hip-hop's last real love story. And while the internet drowned in heartbreak, the streets whispered something even darker, that Remy was allegedly plotting revenge. According to sources, she was considering going public with receipts of her own, proof that she had been quietly aware of Papoose's betrayal long before the world found out. Word on the street was that she had screenshots, recordings, even eyewitnesses, but had chosen to keep them hidden to protect her family image. Now, insiders claimed she was ready to drop everything and burn the house down. By this point, even Papoose himself couldn't stay silent. He broke his silence with a vague Instagram post, a black and white photo of his wedding ring with the caption, "Mistakes were made. Prayers up." The comments exploded. Fans demanded clarity. Are you admitting it? Are you denying it? What does this even mean? But Pap never elaborated. The silence only deepened the suspicion. And then came the cliffhanger. Nobody was ready for. A new Instagram page appeared under the handle @PapBabyReceipts, claiming to have proof not just of Claressa's pregnancy, but of private videos, recordings, and details that could destroy Papoose's career forever. The account promised to release everything at midnight. The internet lost its mind. Midnight became doomsday. Fans counted down the hours like it was New Year's Eve, waiting for the next detonation in a scandal already spiraling beyond belief. And the question everyone whispered in the final moments of that night: if Claressa's pregnancy was just the beginning, then what on earth was about to come next? When the clock struck midnight, the internet held its breath. The mysterious Instagram account at @PapBabyReceipts promised to unleash the final receipts that would end all speculation. And when the first post dropped, it wasn't just tea. It was a tidal wave that drowned every corner of the culture. The first leak: a video clip allegedly showing Papoose and Claressa together at a private dinner. The audio wasn't crisp, but his voice was unmistakable. At one point, he leaned across the table and whispered, "This baby gonna change everything. We can't hide forever." Claressa smiled, rubbing her stomach. The caption on the post read simply, "Exhibit A, the internet combusted." Fans couldn't believe their eyes. Within minutes, the video had millions of views, being reposted by blogs, gossip accounts, and even mainstream outlets. If this was authentic, there was no denying it anymore. The pregnancy wasn't just real. It was acknowledged by Papoose himself. But at @PapBabyReceipts didn't stop there. The second post was even worse. Screenshots of alleged FaceTime calls between Pap and Claressa. In one, Pap appeared shirtless, smiling as Claressa blew him a kiss. In another, he was holding up what looked like baby clothes, saying, "Can't wait for this little one." Fans were floored. Not only was this betrayal undeniable, it looked joyful, intimate, deliberate. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was a relationship, and then came the knockout blow. The page uploaded an alleged voice recording of Remy herself, crying on the phone to a friend. Her voice cracked with heartbreak. "I held this man down while he rotted in a cell. I built him back up, gave him everything, and he gives me this, a baby with her, after everything I sacrificed." The recording went viral within minutes. Fans weren't just angry anymore, they were grieving for Remy in real time. The fallout was nuclear. Twitter erupted into digital war zones. Some fans called Claressa the homewrecker champion of the world, while others insisted Pap was the one who destroyed everything. And Remy, she finally broke her silence with an Instagram story, a black background with the words, "You reap what you sow." The simplicity of it cut deeper than any rant. Fans flooded her comments with love and solidarity, declaring, "We got you, sis." But as the internet rallied behind her, Claressa went on the offensive. Took to Twitter and posted, "Funny how everyone blaming me when he the one who pursued me. Don't shoot the messenger. This baby is real." That one tweet split the internet in half. Suddenly, a new wave of fans started dragging Papoose, painting him as the ultimate manipulator who hid behind Remy's loyalty. But the darkest turn came when whispers of a physical confrontation started circulating. Sources claimed Remy and Claressa came face-to-face at a private industry event days after the leaks. Allegedly, Remy lunged at Claressa, shouting, "You think you safe with him? You think this baby gonna keep him?" Security intervened before things escalated. But eyewitnesses swore Claressa looked unfazed, smirking as she said, "I already got what you couldn't give him." The alleged quote spread like wildfire, sparking one of the nastiest fan meltdowns in recent history. The scandal spilled over into Remy and Papoose's professional lives. Remy reportedly canceled all her upcoming appearances, retreating into silence. Papoose faced massive backlash, with several brands quietly pulling deals and collaborations. Meanwhile, Claressa was both vilified and celebrated, some fans calling her the villain of the century. Others hailing her as fearless for standing in her truth. And then, out of nowhere, came the ultimate betrayal receipt. At @PapBabyReceipts posted what they called the nail in the coffin. An alleged medical document confirming Claressa's pregnancy with Papoose listed under father's name. Fans screamed, Was it real? Forged? It didn't matter. The narrative was sealed. Pap was guilty. Claressa was carrying his child. And Remy's world had been obliterated. The internet broke. Memes, think pieces, Twitter spaces, YouTube breakdowns. The story dominated every platform. Fans declared it the death of hip-hop's last fairy tale. Others speculated about Remy's next move. Would she leave Pap for good, or would she shock the world and forgive him? But the cliffhanger that shook everyone came when Remy herself went live. Dressed in black, eyes swollen from crying, she spoke only 10 words before ending the stream. This chapter is over. Watch what happens next. The internet gasped. What did she mean? Was she filing for divorce, plotting revenge, or preparing to expose Papoose with receipts of her own? The world may not have answers yet, but one thing is clear. This scandal isn't just gossip anymore. It's a cultural earthquake, and the aftershocks are only beginning. And there you have it, a scandal so messy, so explosive, so earth-shattering that it doesn't even feel real anymore. Hip-hop's golden couple torn apart by betrayal. Boxing champions stepping into the spotlight with a pregnancy revelation that sent shockwaves through the industry. A mother, a wife, and a legend in Remy Ma, now standing at the crossroads of heartbreak and revenge. And an entire culture holding its breath, waiting to see who swings first in this war of love, loyalty, and legacy. But if you think this is the end, you're wrong. The mysterious leaks, the cryptic posts, the late-night rants, they're just the beginning. Sources are already whispering that more receipts are waiting to drop. Receipts that could obliterate careers, end marriages for good, and expose secrets nobody ever thought would see the light of day. And when they do, the internet won't just talk, it will explode. That's why you can't afford to miss what comes next. Hit that like button right now, because every click pushes this story further into the spotlight where it belongs. Smash, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because when the next chapter hits, and trust me, it's coming sooner than you think, you'll want to be the first one in the comments. Drop your thoughts below. Is Remy finally done with Pap? Is Claressa fearless or reckless? And is this baby the final nail in the coffin of hip-hop's last real love story? Stay tuned. Because the next bombshell is already loading. And you don't want to be late.